Breaking news now. The U.S. shutdown agreement excludes Ukraine. Despite President Joe Biden's assurances to Kyiv that it will get what it needs to fight Russia, the future of U.S. aid for Ukraine is uncertain following a last-ditch deal to avoid a government shutdown. President Volodymyr Zelensky went to Washington to ask for more money just a week ago, but a compromise reached late Sunday night eliminated any new funding for Ukraine due to opposition from conservative Republicans. In light of Russian President Vladimir Putin's brutal invasion of Ukraine, Biden and the Democrats argue that the United States has a moral obligation to provide assistance to the Ukrainian government. At a time when Kyiv is desperately trying to advance its slow counteroffensive before winter sets in, the issue has become so politicized in Washington that the fate of vital military aid is now in jeopardy. Vice President Joe Biden called on Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to stop the games on Sunday, adding that he fully expects McCarthy to soon secure passage of a separate bill to fund Ukraine. "I want to reassure our American friends and allies, as well as the people of the United States and Ukraine, that you have our full backing," Biden declared in a White House address. "We will not walk away." On Sunday, Ukraine downplayed the impact by announcing that it was actively working with its American partners to secure additional wartime assistance. According to European Union Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell, the EU was surprised by the last-minute deal and regrets the US decision deeply, thoroughly. The EU is a major US partner in delivering aid to Ukraine. "I hope this is not a final decision and the United States will continue to support Ukraine," he said. Kim Jong-un threatens the West with more nuclear weapons production, which should strike fear into their hearts. Kim Jong-un, leader of North Korea, has threatened a new Cold War and pledged to expand his nuclear arsenal. Kim Jong-un has threatened a new Cold War and pledged to expand his nuclear capabilities. While addressing Parliament, the Supreme Leader of North Korea mentioned the need to accelerate nuclear modernization in response to provocations from the United States. Kim told the Supreme People's Assembly, "It is very important for North Korea to accelerate the modernization of nuclear weapons in order to hold the definite edge of strategic deterrence now that the U.S., steeped in the Cold War mentality, has gone to extremes in its military provocations." He declared that, "Our nuclear force building policy has been made permanent as the basic law of the state, which no one can flout, and that work for exponentially boosting the production of nuclear weapons and diversifying the nuclear strike means must continue." This comes just days after the North Korean parliament officially codified the country's permanent nuclear status in the constitution. That the nation develops highly nuclear weapons to ensure the rights to existence and development of the country, deter war, and defend peace and stability in the region and the rest of the world, is stated in Article 58 of Chapter 4 of the Constitution. Even more recently, Kim Jong-un returned from a trip to Russia, where he and President Vladimir Putin exchanged pledges of mutual military and technological support. North Korea could supply artillery shells, rockets, and missiles, and Russia could help launch a spy satellite. "The United States has maximized its nuclear war threats toward his country," he said, "by restarting its aggressive large-scale nuclear war joint drills and permanently stationing strategic nuclear assets near the Korean peninsula. War and aggression in Asia have their roots in the rapid formation of a trilateral military alliance between Japan, the Republic of Korea, and the United States. This is the worst possible threat, not just empty words or something made up." In response to rising tensions, both the United States and South Korea have sent aircraft carriers, nuclear-capable bombers, and nuclear submarines to participate in military exercises as a show of force.